Hey folks, welcome back one more time to Let's Play Starcraft on the Mysterious JG. We'll almost certainly be playing Brood War. Interest is not as high as it was at the very beginning of this LP. That's normal. People still seem to be watching, so I might be convinced to do Starcraft 2 as well. But as far as the original Starcraft goes, this is going to be it. This is the last mission. Last chance to prove that I know how to play this game. Last chance to get humbled horribly by the computer in the original Starcraft. Let's think about the plot for a minute. Episode 1 is the story of the, what is his name? He was commander. Before that, he was a magistrate. He meets up with young Jim Raynor and becomes, basically a pawn of a guy who turns out to become a jerk, Arcturus Minsk. So, we start getting attacked by the Zerg. We try to fight back. Our government doesn't help us. We overthrow the government, but it's sort of a case of meet the new boss, same with the old boss, because the new government we establish turns into a dictatorship under the evil Minsk. And during the Zerg storyline, we find out a little bit about what happened to some of the people from this campaign. Well, for one thing, Kerrigan gets turned into the Queen of Blades and a Zerg. Duke is, in charge of leading the military forces under Minsk's command, and he ends up going to Char, I guess, trying to get Kerrigan back. Is the impression I got was that she called out psychically, and Raynor comes to Char personally to try to rescue Kerrigan, and Duke is sent to Char, and they can't really do a whole lot. But Raynor falls in with Tassadar because, I don't know, we don't really see it happen, but apparently they bump into each other and become buddies. And Tassadar, who seems like a stand-up guy, but kind of formal. This one's heroic. I mean, he's definitely heroic. He goes around making like strident proclamations, "We will stand together against the Zerg," and stuff like that. But he's a good guy. Raynor's more like, "Hey, man." But again, apparently they come together and become allies, and Zeratul in there too. So Tassadar is like bringing people together. He brings Raynor and Zeratul into the same fold. But basically, the story of the Zerg is the story of how the Overmind gets Kerrigan. He's like, "All right, Kerrigan, be a good girl, stay on Char. I'm gonna go take over Ire." Overmind goes to Ire. Protoss, we fight against the Zerg for a while. On Ire, series of campaigns, containment actions, trying to stop the Zerg from spreading across Ire. But apparently, whatever it is the Zerg have come to do, they seem pretty content. The Overmind has made itself manifest on Ire. That seems to be a big deal for the Overmind. And the Protoss, in the meantime, it doesn't seem like the Zerg are actually expanding and taking over more of the planet, because, as we've discovered while fighting against the Protoss as both the Zerg and other Protoss, it's really tough to move a firmly established Protoss base. We never really found out against that as the Terrans, because we fought a kind of nerfed Protoss base with very few of its actual techs at its disposal in that one campaign. But overall, the Zerg seem to be contained, but the Protoss start fighting amongst each other instead of actually dealing with the issue. They decide to send the Executor. Oh, by the way, as the Zerg you played as an unnamed Cerebrate. As a Protoss, you are Executor, who I guess later on turns out to be Artanis. I think they kind of make that clear in Brood War and kind of not, but somebody explained to me that according to Starcraft Wiki, and Lord knows where their information comes from, the Executor player character of Starcraft is someone named Artanis, who shows up in the next game, so that's fine. But we fight again. We fight amongst ourselves. We go to get Tassadar. Tassadar is a wanted fugitive because A, he didn't burn the Terran worlds, he tried to have mercy on the Terrans and spare them while killing the Zerg, and B, he consorted with the Dark Ones, the Dark dudes, the Dark Templar, Zeratul. Those guys are heretics because we don't understand the details of the Protoss religion, but we know that it involves the Kala and it involves discriminating against other people. So that's, you know, that's Protoss religion. The Dark Templar, probably Kala must mean something to them. I can imagine that they're probably, if they were the ones who were in charge, they probably wouldn't be very nice to the Light Templar or whatever either. But anyway, we got a lot of infighting with the Protoss, but eventually we go to Char. Instead of arresting Tassadar, we join him, and we get Jim Raynor, and we get Zeratul, the Dark Templar, is the only one who's able to kill Zerg Cerebrits, and well, he and his fellow Templar, Dark Templar, we all come back. Tassadar submits himself to the judgment of the Conclave, but only after, which is the Protoss government, but only after we have to fight this big freaking campaign against them first. Then he submits, so that we have to fight another big campaign to get him back. Eventually, we all seem to be on the same side, or at least the Protoss who don't agree with us are being quiet about it. And we killed a couple Cerebrits, and we're ready at last to launch our attack. The big strange thing about all this to me, there's two strange things about it. We're getting ready for the last mission. Seems like there's a lot of plot threads that need to resolve themselves before we can have a happy ending. In the form of two characters, mainly. Mengsk and Kerrigan. Kerrigan disappears two-thirds of the way through the Zerg storyline. They're just like, we go to Aiur and we start doing missions on Aiur, and Kerrigan's never mentioned. And Kerrigan never pops up when we're playing as the Protoss trying to rescue Tassadar and Zeratul, who are being hunted by Kerrigan. She never shows up. And then Mengsk is mentioned during the Zerg story, but we haven't seen him since the Terran story. So we're going to destroy the Overmind because, again, they kind of, it's like you're expected to do some readings. I guess it's all in the manual. Somebody told me the manual has a lot of in-depth information, and I've never looked at it. But yeah, it's like the Overmind is this threat to everything, and it's kind of like a biological Borg thing where it wants to absorb all these other species so that it can have like the highest evolution or whatever. But I mean, that never comes up during the game. We just, they say, we have, our greatest fear is true. They were created by the Xel'Naga. They are an experiment, and it has grown beyond the Xel'Naga's control. So it's like, are we expected to believe that the Zerg wiped out the Xel'Naga? What was the purpose of the experiment? I don't think any of this is ever answered. But we know that the Overmind's bad news and needs to be destroyed. Assuming we destroy the Overmind in this mission, Kerrigan's still bouncing around on Char. Is she going to go back to normal when the Overmind dies? Maybe? I don't know. And then, like, well, we're going to have, like, Phoenix and Tassadar and Zeratul, possibly even Aldaris, if they can talk him around, are going to, like, party down and celebrate when the Overmind is defeated. But what about poor Jim Raynor? Jim Raynor, I mean, and possibly even the Magistrate, if the Magistrate's still around, but they're going to be like, okay, well, we're glad we could help you guys get Aiur back, but Arcturus Mengsk is still an evil dictator and apparently wants us dead, so maybe the Protoss will help them with that. I don't know. But I've talked for way too long. There are probably people who've tuned in who haven't been following the whole LP. They just want to see the ending, in which case they've lost patience and tuned out by now. But we are ready to go into the Eye of the Storm, folks. We are ready to fight the ultimate Starcraft challenge that doesn't involve, you know, playing other humans, possibly from Korea, or playing multiple computer AIs on a random map where they are allowed to ally together against you. This isn't the ultimate Starcraft challenge, but it's the ultimate challenge of the campaign mode. Let's do it. Protoss campaign, the fall. The Zerg Overmind has succeeded in that I clicked the wrong thing, apparently. Executor. Right back at you, buddy. No, I didn't actually select Eye of the Storm. Now we'll do Eye of the Storm. Protoss command ship Gantrathor, low orbit over the planet Aiur.
Executor, our plan worked perfectly.
Yeah.
The Zerg defenses are broken, and the way to the Overmind is laid bare. The time for our stand has come.
I thought we had to
Indeed.
move forward, not
My
stand.
friends, this is our final hour. Not all of us
Never
may
before have
survive
so
the
many
coming
done so much
conflict.
for so few. And
Yet, death may be a blessing should we fail here. We seek now to destroy a foe that has ravaged its way across the universe, consuming all in its path.
has it really?
Now, it has reached the end of its long journey. The Overmind has come to destroy all that we hold dear and assimilate us into itself.
That's what a lot of people think of
And I say
America.
to thee, this shall not come to pass. Ire shall not fall. Executor, I stand ready.
I thought I took orders from you.
Do I?
Yeah. Wait,
Well, I guess all I have left is to see this through.
I'm into it.
Zerg have taken everything from me. My home, my family,
Your family?
my friends. I know that nothing I do can bring those things
That's
back.
great, human. Anyway, we're talking.
Damned if I just sit on my hands and wait for the end. I want a piece of them, all right. I'm in.
Then let our actions speak for us. For Adun. For Ire.
Not for any Terran bullshit, though. I mean, come on, that's stupid. Get out of here, Rainer. Protoss arbiters can use the recall to instantly teleport units back to their location. I almost never use this, but that is true.
Executor,
Hey.
Tassadar, this comes too late to you, but the Conclave has witnessed your defeat of the Cerebrate. They know now that they cannot deny the necessity or the valiancy of your actions. We sought to punish you, while it was we who were in error. You represent what is greatest in us all,
Represent the
and
lollipop.
all our hopes go with you. Entaro Adun, brave sons of Ire.
That's really nice.
Does that mean they're gonna send some backup for us?
SCV good to go, sir. Did I read you?
Don't be silly, Rainer. That's a little tearjerker moment for me. It's the not just Aldaris personally, but like the whole Judicator cast. It's like, you know what? Alright, we gotta give it to them. These guys are kicking ass. These guys rule. So, for the first and last time in Starcraft, the original game campaign, we get two different pop sets because we've got pop limit for the Protoss and the Terrans. The toughest part of this mission in some ways is trying to keep all these bases going at once. Because it ain't easy.
SCV good to go, sir.
And we are going to get attacked. We're going to get attacked hard. We're going to get attacked early. And I have a real bad feeling about this. One thing, we can't replace you guys, so I want you to pull back to relative
I
safety.
hear you.
You need to have interceptors built or you're not doing me any good. So we can be attacked from a lot of different places here.
Go ahead, Commander. Reporting for duty. Right away, sir. Job's finished.
They're going to attack from these stairs, or this ramp, probably. I don't remember if they attack from straight down here also.
Want to turn up the heat?
It can be real difficult to get all your defenses built in time. Protoss will probably be easier to defend than the Terrans because
You
the
got
defenses aren't that complicated. Okay. I gotta defend down here too. I can't be sure where all they're gonna come from, but
Job's finished.
standing by. You got my attention. Yes. Slimming. Commander, outstanding.
Yes, sir.
it'd be nice to get a better look at what the map looks like before I start trying to defend here. Like, what do I really want to block off? Especially with a Protoss. You can get some good choke points going as a Protoss without building them right on top of your main base.
Job finished. Reporting for duty.
Get an academy going if I want to build fire bats.
Give me something to shoot. Outstanding.
Orders, Captain?
Can't build photon cannons yet. No, I can't build photon cannons. Okay, good. Yeah, this is definitely a mission where the hardest part is the very beginning of the mission. Because once you get yourself where you're kind of reasonably defensible, you've got to survive the early going of this mission. And it ain't gonna be that easy. See? I was coming down here to build defenses and I already need them. Terrible! Heavy canoe and toil too!
Job finished. Orders, Captain? Affirmative. Yes, sir? Yes, sir?
So I do have an SCV queued up who can hopefully come repair stuff what gets broke. Oh, that was not very terribly well placed, but
I read you.
there is no doubt
Need a light.
I'm gonna need more barracks to pump out troops in a hurry. I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to finish off the Overmind itself. Like I said, I got to get to the point where these camps are defensible. I could lose one or the other. I mean, I could let all the Protoss die and win with the Terrans, or all the Terrans die and win with the Protoss, except for the fact that Raynor has to survive, and the Protoss heroes have to survive. So I could, if I could get Raynor to the point where he could successfully navigate over to the Protoss base. Now, why are they starting at two locations that are this separate? That doesn't make sense to me, but I need to get those long-range shells too, because some of these bases are not ideally placed to support each other.
Yes, sir? Right away, sir.
Once that gets built,
Job finished.
gonna run into the Terran population limit sometime, but not just yet. The big deal with the Terrans is I have to actually remember to build their stuff.
Job finished. Orders, Captain?
The old. Oh wow,
Orders
they
received.
came right through here.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? Right on. Jacked up and good to go. Rock and roll. Go ahead, Commander. Give me something to shoot.
It just came right through there.
Commander. You want a piece of me, boy? Need a light. Jacked up and good to go.
So I guess I need another one here.
Rainer here.
But I've got SCVs. It means I can repair.
Reporting for duty.
I can actually repair
You want a
Terran
piece of
units.
me,
That's
boy?
nice.
Fire it up. Let's burn. Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to save and load almost constantly here. I can already tell. There was some discussion of this. Marines can fire out of bunkers, but only at units that get it within their range. So you won't always notice them firing unless I'm being attacked by Zerglings, Zealots, or Ultralisks. Zealots, but you know what I mean.
I read you.
Want a piece of me, boy? Jack does it alright. Let's burn. Go ahead, Commander.
The Terrans are very close to their population limit because I didn't have to. Wow,
You want a piece of me, boy?
he got himself in some trouble at some point.
Reporting for duty.
Give me something to shoot.
Okay, I need some more guys for another bunker, but
Yes.
eventually. There are more materials, or this is not materials. There are more resource places you can take over on this map.
Job finished. Orders, Captain? SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty.
Run out of gas real soon, though. Okay, this geyser's got a bit more than the Terran starting geyser, but I mean the resources are shared. I've got both bases taking in resources as fast as possible, but it's not like
Yes, sir.
the Terrans need to have a separate supply from the Protoss or anything like that. Matter of fact, I'm really... Yeah, these guys don't have enough minerals to start with. These guys don't have... They really do kind of make you have both going full tilt, because you're going to run out of gas if you only use the Terrans, and you'll... Who's over here? Flyers, okay.
SCV good to go, sir. I read you.
Rainer here.
I'm going to attack these guys because I can. Oh, yeah.
Anytime you're
Good to
ready.
go, sir.
This is Jimmy. Anytime you're ready.
Damn it, it's going to
Go
escape.
ahead, Commander.
Yes, sir. Reporting for duty.
Factory.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Oh, there's another geyser up here. Never mind, I'm blanking on that. I probably shouldn't even have built something on this geyser, or maybe I just really sucked the stuff out of that one very fast.
Reporting for duty.
Upgrade complete.
Cybernetics
Reporting
core.
for duty.
Okay. Yeah, so you know, we will go on offense eventually, but yeah, you've really
Orders,
got to open this thing up by making your base defensible. Can't stress that enough. No, it's this one up here where they had a Vespene geyser that wasn't worth a damn. Oh, whatever. So it looks like the Protoss will be huffing on fumes.
Activity complete.
Job's finished. Orders, Captain? Reporting for duty. sir. Job's finished. Yes, sir.
We want siege tanks that are doing as much damage as possible as early as possible.
Yes, sir.
I thought I told you to build one of these bad boys. Remind you to build a cybernetics core. This is I'm not kidding around, folks. It's hard for me to keep up with all the stuff I'm supposed to be doing at once. I don't even have a gateway. Oh, good grief, JG. Get a grip. How are you gonna win the damn mission without a gateway?
Research complete.
Job's finished. Job's finished. Orders, Captain?
I don't think that one's gonna have too many ground units getting to it right off the bat.
Sounds fun.
Fix it, fix it. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it turned him away at exactly the right time. Beautiful.
You want a piece of me, boy? Standing by. Go, go, go. Rainer here. Sounds fun.
Come on, Rainer. You can Yamato gun this guy, right? Okay.
You want a piece of me,
You can't.
boy?
It's too fast. Oh, yeah. I do want a piece of you.
Go, 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 go.
Identify target. Proceeding. Orders, Captain?
You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, go.
Oh, I ended up with an extra marine out of all this somehow.
Standing by.
Alright, just hang out over here.
Orders, Captain? Roger that. Yes, sir. Destination? Proceeding. Delighted to, sir.
So far, so good, although I don't think they've really hit me with everything they could. Science facility. I need to keep building supply depots or I'm going to get a nasty surprise right when I'm really in the middle of something and cannot afford to take a break from building troops. I'll run into the compliment. It's ABC.
Ready to
It's
roll
fine.
out. Delighted to, sir. Absolutely. Orders, sir.
Now, something that has not happened to us yet, and I shouldn't even mention,
Upgrade complete.
but it is a possibility. Oh, you're trapped, right? Get out of there before it notices that you're stuck. Yeah, sometimes if you get stuck right in the middle of it all, they'll give him a chance to morph his way out, but...
Orders, sir.
But I shouldn't even mention the possibility that we're going to start seeing queens
Ready to roll out.
turning siege tanks into spawn broodlings.
Yes, sir. Delighted to, sir. I read you. Job's finished. I read you.
I'm concentrating an awful lot on this base. could turn into a problem over here. I never got that cybernetics core built. Add-on complete. Must construct additional pylons. Must construct additional.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Get back to my all-important research. The Terrans do seem to be the ones who are getting attacked the most, but I don't know if I can count on that staying. I think staying that way. These are expensive, but I need to get some guys patrolling who can spot defilers and stuff before they get right on top of my base. Oh boy.
We are under attack.
Jimmy, get down there and
This is Jimmy. This should be good.
try to fix it before it's too late, Jimmy. Or no, we can't.
Anytime you're ready.
Yes, sir? I read you.
Go ahead, Commander.
Orders, sir!
You got my attention.
Okay,
Yes, sir?
they've got guardians. That didn't take them long.
This is Jimmy.
It's still in my nature to panic when I hear the sound of siege tanks, since I don't usually play as the Terrans. Oh, you'll get a chance to get used if you're ever really worried that that wasn't going to happen. Worry no more.
Yes, sir! Job finished. Moving. I read you. Identify target. Identify target. Yes, sir?
Go ahead, Commander.
Okay.
Transmit orders.
It would appear that they're going to be attacking from down here.
Anytime you're ready.
Reporting.
Right on.
Greetings, command.
This is Jimmy.
Now they sent down a,
We have you on visual.
I just have these nightmare visions of this huge force either attacking over here or attacking the Protoss base, really anywhere.
Rainer here.
Greetings, command.
Now,
Let's roll.
I had not an argument, but a disagreement about whether or not I had to be setting observers to patrol all over the place back when I was playing as the Zerg. But yeah, I was always going to be using patrol tactics for guys by the time we got to these last few missions. Because they really do just rape your base if you don't prepare for it. Now it's time to build a bunch of tech buildings that I hadn't built before. Because as we've discovered, you need to build all the tech buildings whether you plan on using all the units. If you want to use arbiters, you need frickin' everything, so... And I think Protoss Air may be our best way to go.
Job's finished.
Make it
Upgrade
Tough to build all
complete.
of your stuff.
Upgrade complete.
Orders, Captain?
And we're under attack over here. It's the Terrans. They're really intent on killing the Terrans, it seems like.
Transmit orders.
And I need to research Irradiate because I'm going to be scoring a lot of kills with that. On observers and stuff, you know.
Reporting for duty.
Rainer here.
Holding the line while the Protoss apparently do nothing.
Yes, sir?
Transmit orders.
Hotkey him and hotkey
Greetings,
him.
Command.
This is Jimmy.
Hotkey him because, you know, why not?
Rainer here. Anytime you're ready.
Identify target. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, so far so good. I don't want to sound overconfident here, but quite pleased with how this is going so far.
Job finished. Yes, sir?
Terrans have really had to fight to stay alive, but at
Research complete.
this point they have a much bigger population too. Protoss could get in trouble if I get attacked by stuff that, well, they're only really good anti-ranged defenses is Guardians. They'll break right through my ranged defenses, so I'll need to get a couple of probes going. They're expensive, but build something over here. These chunks of ground that look perfectly usable but can't actually be used for anything are starting to annoy me. Observers and stuff going.
Teleport successful.
What do I want to build? It's a tech building. I'll need it eventually. And now we're going to run into trouble until we get a base going. We're going to be mineral starved for a while. I'm building these guys basically so that if they attack my stationary defenses with Guardians, I can do something about it. But now the Protoss are less well defended than the Terrans right now, but they're getting a lot less. They're not getting attacked as much either.
Upgrade complete.
Receiving headquarters.
Now I do worry that there will come a point where they recognize that this place is well defended and start coming over here instead.
Standing by.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
There are worse things I could do and get Tassar up here. The problem with using Tassadar actively in defense is that he will not be able to heal himself. Like, Raynor can be rebuilt by SUVs. Tassadar, not so much.
I hear you.
So if Tassadar parks up here and holds position, he'll be able to help support the cannons, but, ooh, they're coming over here with an air attack.
Standing by. Awaiting command. We are under attack.
Okay, that went fairly well, but you're still down again, jerk. Okay, you're dead too. Hold on, folks. Sorry about that, folks.
I hear you.
Oh, I hear you. Good point to save. No, I'm in a hotel while I wait for my long-term living arrangements to get settled, and see, son of a bitch.
Contact.
These are expensive. Oh no, they got Tassadar. Hold on. This is a complete cheat, but
Yes, Executor? It shall be done.
I had no idea that was coming. That was a complete cheat, but this is why I needed to get observers going. No, I'm in a hotel waiting for my permanent or long-term rather living arrangements to be settled, and
It shall be done.
I didn't put a do not disturb sign up, so somebody was coming in. This is not my day when they're supposed to come in and clean the room, because it's not a daily room cleaning deal. It's a weekly deal, but I guess they didn't clean it yesterday. I don't know. You don't really, you're not interested in hearing the details. It's just that I got interrupted, so I came back, saved, and I guess in a way it's a good thing that they showed up. I now have to remember to edit this out, but no, I think I would have had to restart if one of my main hero units got hit with debilitating status attack like that, because
Your will?
kill it. Jeez, how much
For Adun.
hit points does that thing have?
Tarakala.
This is the same problem I was having before with the patrol back and forth here so I can see this whole entrance. Oh, I guess they can come over here too. Well, yeah, there they are again. The
How may I
jerks.
help? Tarakala. For Adun. Of course. Tarakala.
Don't
I
bother.
hear you.
I'm sure we'll get another chance to fight with them.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, what was I saying before there was a knock on the door? Right before we got attacked, I was saying, now I'm afraid, because my Terran defenses are gotten pretty tight, that they're going to start attacking me down there. Boom, they start attacking me down there. I'll figure out what to build up next. I think air is going to be the way to go, and we're going to want to probably do battle cruisers and carriers, some combination of them. Possibly arbiters and battle cruisers, that might be interesting. We could try for Happy Cloud Men. And we need to go find them and take over some of their peripheral bases, or we're going to run out of resources. But no, whether I was getting ready to build shield batteries, because we need, if we're going to have Tassar up there in harm's way, we need to be able to get his shields to recover. Should be a fairly simple matter for him to get shields back, or else we're going to be in trouble. And they're building a lot of flyers who are kind of going all over the place and causing a lot of trouble. And frustratingness thing. And we can't build another starport there, so we'll build one down here. And then an arbiter tribunal. And
I hear you.
I really haven't got that many kills between those guys, but
Upgrade complete.
what upgrade are they talking about, I wonder?
Upgrade complete.
I don't have a fleet beacon? I thought I had a fleet beacon. If I don't have a fleet beacon, I need to get one. Tassadar starts out with the ability to build huge numbers of fighters, but the other carriers won't. He is like a unique carrier.
Your will?
Your orders, Templar? No, I suppose I could just
This is
start
Jimmy.
mass producing infantry and just send them south. A lot of them will die, but if they die, they die. EMP shockwave is a lot more useful against the Protoss. Oh. Try battle cruisers. Could also start laying spider mines with vultures just for funsies. Oh, you know what? If I use vultures to build spider mines, I can then use them to kind of scout a bit, see what's going on.
Order scouter?
Okay.
All right, bring it on.
You know what? No, let's cancel that for right now. And I'll get some more research going before we get onto that. Increase the interceptor capacity.
What do you want? I dig.
Ooh.
Oh, is that it?
As soon as you start heading down there. A little late to help, but that would have been a good thing.
Research complete.
Excellent.
Excellent, the research is complete. I'm so thrilled to hear that. Okay, well, that,
Raider here.
he didn't get attacked, but if he had, that would have helped him.
Reporting for duty. Orders, sir. Greetings, command.
Obnoxious.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Orders,
At least with the Terrans, I can
Roger
repair
that.
stuff,
Orders, sir.
but it does
Orders,
waste a lot of resources.
Affirmative. Identify target. Identify target. Transmitting orders. Reporting for duty.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
That's being depleted, and
Identify target. Identify target.
Anytime you're ready.
I read you. Yes, sir. Greetings, Command. Job's finished.
I wonder if I need to be a little
Upgrade complete.
farther down here. I should have been able to kill those.
Orders received. Yes, sir. Destination. Roger that.
They're using a lot of ultralisks. They're gonna kill that siege tank. Son of a bitch. Saw there were. Damn, man.
Orders, Captain.
Upgrade complete.
That's a lot of ultras they just threw at me.
Receiving headquarters.
Anyway, I was thinking if I got a little farther south
Commencing.
and then started patrolling, it might help with the whole...
I read you.
I need to get another bunker down here is what I need. I need to get 2 bunkers with siege tanks behind them instead of the one, because this does seem to be... I think it's their main avenue of attack, so... What, am I in denial of that? I need to be
Identify
killing
target.
lots of guys down here.
Anytime you're ready.
At least Jungle Jimmy is safe. If they keep using ultras, ultras can do a lot of damage to my ground forces. They're not going to do anything to Jungle Jimmy.
Ready to roll out. Identify target. Job's finished. Proceeding. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roger that. Reporting for duty. Orders, sir.
Okay, so pretty good.
Orders, Captain.
In the meantime,
Piece of me, boy. You want a piece of me, boy?
I need to find a new set of stuff to work with before we get too much farther along here.
I read you, sir.
Oh, that's right. You were gonna come down here and set spider mines.
Want a piece of me, boy? Need a light?
I dig. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, is that it? I dig. Oh,
Let's see
is
what's
that
going
it?
on down here.
I dig.
Gotta be a Zerg
No
base down
problem.
here. Oh, wait. Who are you? You're a Hydra. Surely not the deadliest thing that ever came along. But not somebody we want hanging around either.
How may I help?
There we go. Drew them out to attack the cannons, where they would be killed. Now without doing permanent damage to them, damn it. Uh-oh. Vulture found
Yeah?
mutilisks.
Yeah, I'm going. No problem. Oh,
Hey.
is that it?
More minerals
Yeah,
down
I'm
here.
going. I dig. Yeah, I'm going.
Not gonna be that easy to defend, though.
Oh, is that it?
Protoss can build
complete.
base here with some photon cannons. That would do pretty good.
The enemy.
I dig. Yeah, I'm going. I dig. Yeah, I'm
Be nice if we could find some kind of northwest passage that,
I hear you.
oh, jeez.
How may I help?
Got slowed.
Awaiting command. It will be done.
Be nice if you chase this thing down, but
Awaiting command.
see, that was good.
Status acknowledged.
We have a slowed probe struggling to get Vespine back to base.
Yes, Executor. Awaiting command. I hear you. For Adun.
Be lovely to find. Oh, jeez, they're just not gonna give me rest here. Oh well, at least that guy died.
What do you want?
Parasite detected on the
No
vulture,
problem.
so that's fine.
I dig. No
What I'd love to
problem.
find a safe path between my bases here,
Is that it?
so that the Terrans and the Protoss, who for some reason start in separate positions,
I dig.
can join as one.
Oh, is that it?
Or just go and get yourself killed.
Yeah, I'm going.
Upgrade complete.
I don't even have anybody in this base. I just think it's easier to. Whoa! There's purple over here. Oh, Drunkle Jimmy, get over here!
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, you sons of bitches!
Transmit orders. Excellent.
That will cause him to die fairly rapidly. Because the other guys took irradiation damage from being close to the main irradiated guy.
Sounds fun.
Greetings, Command. Commencing.
Go ahead.
And met more kills for Jimmy, so that's always good.
Sounds fun.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, I figured he was coming in
Rainer here.
to do some kind of a
Orders, Captain.
whatchamacallem, spawn broodling thing for sure. Yeah, it's just, there's so much micromanagement going on just keeping your base alive that it gets really hard to get any kind of momentum going. But we need to try and take over these minerals, and the best way to do that would be with a Protoss, because I can use photon cannons, and it's just less micromanagement is required than trying to hold on to,
For duty. Yes, sir. Right away,
oh,
sir.
you know, it's fine. These, as long as they're not in the red and actually dying, I think they're okay. Some of these structures.
Orders, sir. Orders, Captain. Can I read you?
Because it was just flyers that came over here for some reason.
Reporting for duty. Roger that.
And they're really not coming from this way at all. And I didn't use the Arbiter's spells. I just kind of, you know,
Job's finished.
attacked.
Yes, sir.
Or
Affirmative.
had carriers and took advantage of the fact that they were close. Pretty much what I did. Now, might be cheaper than carriers to just build a big rush of Marines and attack this base, but I think they'd probably get killed a lot, and really fast too.
The carrier has arrived. The carrier has arrived. Upgrade complete.
Arbiters take even longer to carriers to build. Who knew?
All fields stabilized.
Upgrade complete.
We are vigilant. Gauron. Instructions.
Gauron?
Affirmative.
I read you. Roger that.
Okay. So again, I figure...
Instructions. Awaiting command.
I'll make you... Wait. I'll make you 5. So he can
Feel
be
your presence.
4.
Your class.
Be really nice if I had a observer to go with them. So let's get an observer to go with them. And I'm gonna attack again. But they're not even getting to me before they die, so that's cool.
Identify target.
That's just nice, easy kills for a siege tank at this point. And the siege tank never does anything nice and easy. Uh-oh. As soon as I reach for my drink, I see red popping up on my map. Wow, a lot of it too.
Receiving headquarters.
Yeah, you can get a lot of kills when you have siege tanks on ridges and your enemies just kind of keep coming at you.
I read you. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Orders, sir. Yes, sir.
You only got 1 kill out of all that?
Identify target.
See, he's in the catbird seat. He's far enough back that he's not being threatened
Identify
and
target.
didn't get eliminated like some other siege tanks, but he's close enough that he's getting kills.
I read you. Affirmative.
Anytime you're ready.
Jungle Jimmy meanwhile wants to come back over here where he's having more exciting action. Yeah, eventually I'm planning on having battle cruisers and carriers, but you know, I want to not go crazy with this plan. Upgrade everything to level 3. I won't have enough left to build any of them. It'd be nice if this didn't take as long as Shadowhunters did, but probably will. So I'll have 4 carriers and an arbiter. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to do a little bit of damage. Probably save before I send them out. Biggest save load hacks of this game so far was when I saved, and then within 15 seconds of me saving, not knowing it was coming, got hit with plague on
I hear you.
the Gantrathor, which is Tassadar's flagship, and got a chance to pull back from that disaster.
Instructions. The carrier has arrived. The carrier has arrived. Call to us. Instructions. Instructions. We feel your presence. Your command. Instructions. Upgrade complete.
Okay, almost have. Oh, what's going on here? They are attacking, I just didn't get to hear it.
Affirmative, sir. Let's roll.
Sound doesn't come through the speakers when I was...
Affirmative,
Attention is
sir.
focused elsewhere.
Yes, sir?
This is Jimmy.
Yes, sir!
We are under attack. Of course.
And those wouldn't have fallen so easily, of course, had it not been for plague. But plague happened, so they fell that easily. And they came all the way over here.
Instructions.
I was going to wait until I could research another armor upgrade for these guys, but
Commencing.
life is short. And
I read you.
we
Receiving
need to
headquarters.
Yes, sir!
get some stuff repaired. Stand still, damn it! Hey.
Receiving headquarters. Commencing.
Reporting for duty. Orders received.
Transmit orders. Affirmative, sir.
But life is short, and I need to make sure that I still have enough resources left to establish a base complete with static defenses at any place that I manage to liberate with these carriers. Now, if my memory serves, the outer perimeter of the bases of the map is fairly clear of Zerg. When you get into the middle, you get like the biggest, most densely packed Zerg base ever.
Affirmative.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, hold on. Didn't I build an observer to go with these guys? Yeah.
Your command. Affirmative.
Find some... Not finding Zerg yet. Finding some resources wouldn't be too bad, though.
Affirmative. Commencing. Affirmative.
Ah, here we go.
Commencing.
Oh, wow. You gotta look at this. This is a beautiful place. Now there's Zerg up here.
Engage the enemy.
Yeah, this could be good. We need to get rid of this hatchery because I'm sure they've got a ton of resources. They can keep building more stuff to replace. Why did one of them get damaged? I thought they were close. They must have been too close to the spore colony. Yeah, but I want to get rid of this thing toot sweet, so they can't keep popping up more hydras. So they're shooting at the interceptors that get too close. Oh, they're trying to build another hatchery. Shut that down, yeah.
Affirmative.
Get back, get back. No. Lost a carrier. Damn it. I'm being attacked up here.
Receiving headquarters.
Complete. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Commencing.
Oh shit, get out, get out.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your command to us.
They had a lot of suicide guys coming at us there.
We have you on visual. Let's roll.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. We are under attack.
Commencing.
They hate irradiate, with good reason. And you guys, I really wanted to just hang out here now and start defending this new set of resources that I want to build. You don't have enough energy to do irradiate again, but it's a shame because that would be awesome. Do it, come on, come on.
Commencing.
Yeah,
Receiving
that
headquarters.
really screws with their plans.
Let's roll.
To us. We are vigilant. Incast your command.
And they're building up a force over here. Great.
How may I help? Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Of course. It shall be done. Turret alarm! We are under attack. To us.
Again, there's too much shit going on at the same time. How did you guys get past there? Oh, because I don't have any bunkers over there.
Orders, Captain. I read you. Orders, sir.
Oh yeah.
Destination.
Yeah.
You want a
There's
piece of
another
me,
one.
boy? We have you on visual. Greetings, command. Receiving headquarters. Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Orders, Captain.
I guess
Orders, sir.
I don't know if it was worth it to research the vulture spider mines. If I only really used them once, but they certainly killed something.
Orders, Captain? Greetings, Command. Excellent. Affirmative, sir.
Now, Radiate kills those things permanently, and it's most useful if you
Not
get it
enough energy.
when they're bunched together, because it does damage to the other guys too, but you don't always get to do that.
Orders, Captain? Orders received.
Rainer here. Oh yeah.
Hit him with the Yamato gun, see if that can kill him in one hit. Certainly can't escape from it. Now, one hit is from the Yamato gun is not enough to kill them. Who knew? Okay, so I got resources coming in and I'm not using them.
How may I help?
How may I help rectify that situation? How may I spend our resources? Well, one thing. Now they flew, but could a probe get over here and build a nexus and start sucking down minerals? And since suddenly I seem to have a lot of gas, well, that'll change. But anytime I see I have more gas than minerals, I start thinking about Happy Cloud Men.
Go ahead, Commander.
Happy Cloud Men invade my thoughts.
This should be good.
Not only did he make it, but he found another bunch of minerals we could be using.
Rainer here. Go ahead, Commander.
This is Jimmy. I'm gonna kill you from the sky. Right on.
Rainer here.
Got your ultralisk nice and dead.
Right on.
Where you guys at?
Your will.
We need it up here.
For Adun. Tarakala. For Adun. Tarakala.
Alright, head on back.
Yes, Executor. For Adun.
I think that probe made it successfully to where I wanted to start a new base, so that's cool.
How may I help?
What can I do? Do you think as I do, by the way? Oh. Okay, they got him. I was like, no, don't come over here and start killing this. Just getting it started here. Matter of fact, I should probably get a couple of cannons going here just so that it doesn't fall the instant those carriers leave. Well, no, they need to be a little farther away from that land. They could always come in and attack this way, but hey. Alrighty. Start sucking in minerals at a great rate, and then I can start actually building a freaking Air Force again. Only lost one carrier out of this group, which wasn't too bad. 4 carriers. Took out a small base, peripheral base. So, you know, helped with the staging area for some stuff. Got rid of that. Nice. What are you doing? Thought I told you.
We are vigilant.
Hold there. Yeah, okay, so looking pretty good here.
Reporting for duty. Roger that.
And I believe the Terrans, if they could get down there in one piece, I believe SCVs, when they run out of stuff to do here, they should be able to go down there and gather minerals and bring them to a Protoss base. Okay, well that really wasn't worth breaking off my concentration for. And there's just so much more in the way of minerals. Get another nexus down here and start collecting too if I felt like it.
Job finished.
Maybe I will. Just hope it doesn't get attacked right away by guys who totally bypass these defenses. It might. It looks for now like they're going to get suckered into coming this way. Shooting at orbiters and whatnot.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Warriors have engaged the enemy, but it looks like the enemy is broken off the engagement. Yeah, I think there's plenty of resources on this map.
Affirmative. I read you.
Not gonna bother with nukes. I mean, they're fun, but I think they're really ultimately not a great idea in this mission. Might want to get some... Yeah, you know what might be fun? Arbiters to go along with battle cruisers. It's just a little different from what I'm used to seeing, that's all. Pardon me, folks.
Job's finished.
We are under attack.
Yes, sir?
They really tried to get that one cannon, didn't they?
Add-on complete.
$400 and $300. Yowza, these things are even more expensive than carriers. They take up more or less pop. Same amount of pop. Get that system about ready.
Research complete.
War field stabilized.
Here we go.
War field stabilized. Gowron,
Gowron.
we feel your presence. Contact. We are vigilant. Jepakazol.
Seems like overkill, folks. I'm expecting to encounter a lot of Zerg resistance once we go into this central area here. Although I think there's a base that we can take in the top corner too. Like basically we can surround the Overmind sector of the map. So we're going to end up with 2, 4, 6 battle cruisers that are cloaked. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to be cloaking and uncloaking stuff as we pass by. That's always fun. Can't cloak each other, which is too bad, but... Oh, wow. They are getting ready for a big ground attack, it looks like. Good to know, I guess. This might be a good place to park some cloaked battle cruisers to go on defense. Not sure which way those ultralists are planning to come. Wouldn't be a bad idea actually to have. Oh jeez, look at this. They don't like this expansion. I can't say that I blame them. Expansion is really not doing them any good. But it would be pretty cool if I had some siege tanks over here. Mixing and matching your technologies is one of the great pleasures of having two races on the same map. Sadly, I've got everyone queued up now doing
Affirmative.
battle cruisers, and I didn't
Battle cruiser
think to
operational.
build transports first.
Battle cruiser operational. Receiving transmission.
Yes, sir.
Receiving transmission. Good day, Commander. Hailing frequencies open.
Cloaked
Receiving
battle cruisers.
transmission.
Orders, Captain? Roger that.
See if we can sneak by like aggroing the Zerg. Cool.
Orders, Captain? Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Roger that. Affirmative. Roger that. Affirmative. Reporting for duty. I read you.
Supply depots are cheap,
Battle cruiser operational.
and they kind of
Reporting for duty.
slow units that
Battle
would be
cruiser
trying to approach you
operational.
I
down.
read you.
Receiving transmission. Hailing frequencies open. Take it slow.
Oh, let's go for the dirty dozen.
Job's finished. Yes, sir. I read you. Job's finished.
How much gas is in here? We are going to run out of gas soon.
Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Roger that. I read you. Right away, sir. I read you.
I don't get trapped down there. That would be stupid.
Instructions. Your command.
Job's finished. Yes, sir. I read you.
I don't feel like building bunkers and stuff, but I really should to
Job's finished.
protect this place. But
Orders, Captain? Roger that.
I kind of feel like once I've got this big group
I
of
read you. Roger that.
battle cruisers operational,
Rainer here.
not counting Jimmy. Jimmy is going to stay here where it's safe.
Orders, Captain? Right away, sir.
Go ahead, Commander.
I suppose Jimmy could come down here and help with this.
Yes, sir. Roger that. Yes, sir.
I think I've got enough guys gathering minerals, although finally putting a herding on this
Battle
area up
cruiser
here.
Operational.
Oh, this is just a thing of beauty.
Battle cruiser operational.
Fleet of 12, fully powered up, everything researched, and
All crews report.
invisible battle cruisers. Matter of fact, The real key, of course, is to survive the beginning part of the mission. But that ain't necessarily easy. So we're letting some of these resources go. We're not even trying to take this. Although we could. We wiped out the base here, but there's another base that's like right there. I think there's like we got crazy minerals down here. I think there's crazy gas up here, but because we spent a lot of time just grabbing from depleted geysers, I don't think we're actually really in danger of running out of gas. We got a lot of it. And although it certainly would have made things more difficult, I think loading when I got hit with plague down here, this is just like, you know what, screw this. Nah, I still would have held this base. The big thing was that I, just got through the first round of attacking. I told you this mission starts off harder than it ends up. So we're gonna have like a freaking huge fleet of battle cruisers killing everything in the world.
Operational. Good day, Commander.
We are vigilant.
And you know what? They should have their own observer. Or a science vessel. I don't need an observer. I can have a science vessel.
The carrier has arrived. The carrier has arrived. The carrier has arrived. Instructions. Your command.
Certainly this has to work. This is the most expensive military undertaking I think I've ever done in StarCraft. Going for 12 cloaked carriers and 12 cloaked battle cruisers, all of which have been upgraded all the way.
We feel your presence.
Good day, Commander.
Much will depend on whether these arbiters stay alive.
Good day, Commander.
Oh.
Hailing frequencies vigilant. Good day, Commander.
They were going to be 2. I guess you guys are 2
Explorer
now.
reporting.
Where's Explorer? Explorer's here.
Receiving
Okay.
headquarters.
We are under attack. Instructions.
Yeah, I knew they were building up a pretty big force, but shit.
We are under attack. Instructions. Your command. Carrier has arrived.
Oh, those probes got in his way.
You will look at us.
Okay, so if they followed up right now, I'd be in a pretty bad way. But that represented a lot of expenditure on the part of the Zerg. They basically came up with something that carriers don't kill ultralisks that well. Carriers can kill anything, but they don't seem to have any kind of... They don't seem to do particularly well against ultralisks, just because ultralisks have a lot of hit points.
Receiving transmission.
So I'm going to need, once these are all done queuing up, I'm going to need to build a whole bunch of, what do you call them, guys. Arbiters. I'll need to build 2 arbiters.
Yes, sir. Orders received.
All crews
In the
reporting.
meantime,
Take it slow.
let's save, and then, like you said, we'll take it slow. Checking. We'll look for. Nah, you know what? There's a base up here. I guess I'll let them find it and show it to you, but I don't think we're gonna bother to build there. All 4 corners have bases where you can,
Hailing
or resource
frequencies
patches
open.
you can work with, I believe.
Carrier has arrived. Your command. Construct additional pylons.
Ah. Not that surprising that we're running into problems with our population limit. Should be up here with them. Yeah.
Good day, Commander. All crews reporting.
So far, no resistance to the invisible death fleet. Where the Umanyu is this huge fleet of invisible Terran death ships. Vespine Geyser, 6,000. I think this is what I was talking about. There's like some kind of super gas base up here.
All crews reporting.
I thought there was.
Engage.
Yeah, it's just multiple
Hailing frequencies
geysers. 9,000.
Receiving
Not
transmission.
bad. Is there another one up here? Wow. Oh wait.
Frequencies open. Receiving transmission.
Oh, somebody popped up and shot us. And this, so we took some
We
damage.
are under attack.
Damn it, Rainer.
Transmit orders. Let's roll.
That's gonna burn before anyone can
Yes,
fix
sir.
it.
Orders received.
Yes.
Reporting for duty.
Hailing frequencies
Transmit orders. Let's roll.
open. Receiving transmission.
Go ahead, Commander.
Oh, the Guardian seemed to kind of know where we were.
Reporting.
Anyway. It's just about time to start attacking here.
Instructions.
Job's finished.
The carrier has arrived. Instructions. The carrier has arrived. Your command.
Hailing frequencies open. Take it slow. Good day, Commander. Hailing frequencies open.
Zerg abortions, oh my god.
Good day, Commander. Hailing frequencies open. Engage.
I think they do a lot more damage per
All
hit
crews
than carriers do.
reporting. Engage. Make it happen. Receiving transmission. Engage.
We feel your presence.
Receiving transmission. Make it happen.
Yeah, anyway, so I think we've won.
Transmission.
Haven't really gotten much chance to use Yamato cannon.
Reporting.
Oh, that's a high for a minute. I thought that was the Overmind.
Receiving transmission.
Oh, this is where the stealth or the arbiters are important. It's preventing these guys from coming and suiciding all my dudes.
Take it slow.
Although they can see me because of the
Receiving transmission.
so I don't get it. Oh wait, there's the Overmind. Alright, well I have a crew, a fleet of carriers built up, but forget it. There's the Overmind. Wow, that didn't kill it?
Not enough energy.
I would have thought that would have killed it. Uncle Jimmy, you want to get involved? No? Alright.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Yep.
The Overmind has been weakened, but I fear we have sustained severe damage ourselves.
No, we're good.
I will steer the Gantrathor into a collision course with the Overmind.
You don't need to do that.
If I can channel enough of the Dark Templar's energy through the hull of the Gantrathor, I should be able to bring swift death to the accursed abomination. Remember us, Executor. Remember what was done here today.
No, we had this
May
covered.
Abdu and watch over you.
Oh, if you insist on being Mr. Suicide Man, like making this whole thing a bummer, okay, but yeah, I think we basically established that 12 battle cruisers cloaked by arbiters with a science vessel to observe anything hidden were not going to be stopped. And I had 12 Protoss carriers I just never got around to unleashing. So it basically went like I said. It's kind of tough going at the beginning, but if you can weather the initial storm, I'd forgotten. I remembered it got easier as it went along, but I didn't remember why. And the reason why is that they give you full access to the tech trees of 2 of the 3 species and a huge amount of resources to work with. It's a fun mission. They let you play around and do what you need to do, but they make you earn it by surviving at the beginning. Once you do, yeah, like I didn't even get around. Like you can see, I didn't even explore the whole map. Like the Protoss, they kind of went over this way. I was trying to find resources and a way to get to the Terrans. We never even went towards the Zerg base. Like I don't know if there was a red base here, purple base is here. Purple seemed to be what was guarding the Overmind itself. I did not look at a map before I started this mission. I remember that the 4 corners each had resources from long back, but it looks like I probably picked the shortest, easiest path in the Overmind. But no, that took a while. But yeah, that one felt pretty easy, honestly. And the Protoss are there in the victory screen. That took 90 minutes. That's a long mission, but it was a lot shorter than the Shadowhunters was. Honestly, folks, the Terrans won this. Now, the Protoss, because it's easier for them to establish a base quickly, they got their hands on that mineral thing in the southwest corner, which really allowed us to win, but the Terrans came under the most attack, and ultimately, although I grabbed 2 Protoss units, 2 Arbiters to help, it was the Terran battlecruisers that killed the Overmind, so yeah. Although then Tassadar like, we weakened the Overmind, but I feel like I must go in and channel Dark Templar energy through my ship. Remember what I do this day? And it's like, yeah, whatever. You're trying to steal the glory from the Terrans who deserve it. We only lost 15 units. That's not too bad. We killed 402. Not as impressive as the last mission, but it would have continued to go on that. Had I taken out all the side bases of the Zerg before moving on the Overmind, it would have gone very much the same. But as you can see, yeah, lost 21 structures. So, yeah. And I actually managed to outmine them and outgasify them, so that's cool. But yeah, it took a while, but I'd say fairly successful. It's just about weathering the storm. I mean, you've got to be constantly on top of repairing your defenses as the Terrans. Seems like they were more aggressive against the Terrans than they were against the Protoss. And it's going to be a very similar thing in the last mission of Brood War, except in that you're just going to be under constant attack from the very beginning, under severe pressure. It's difficult to kind of survive and turn the tide. But the difference there is that you're playing as the Zerg, and the Zerg ultimately are the hardest ones to actually hold. You know, using them to hold against the determined attack is difficult. But yeah, we won. So I think Tassadar said that he was going to use Dark Templar energy powers to kill the Overmind. Because now I understand that the Overmind couldn't be just wiped out through regular unit attacks. So I figured we'd attack it with Yamato cannons and see what happened. Like, you know, set the damn thing on fire and it has to die, right? But we would have just gone on to kill all the surrounding Zerg. You know, had that thing kept popping back up and you needed to kill it with Zeratul like the Cerebrits from the last mission, I would have just wiped the entire map clean. So it's probably just as well we didn't need to do that, because it would have been a long, dull video. Let's watch the ending. They really didn't have a lot of flyers at the end, and it wasn't about a carrier coming into attack, but the cinematic is. This is the Gantrathor. Even though it doesn't look like this at all on the map, apparently hundreds of times the size of the Zerg flyers. There's Mighty Tassadar himself. He was a good guy. Didn't want to kill all of humanity, despite his orders. And he kind of stood up and said, no, I don't believe in genocide. He's like, I don't believe in genocide. I don't support killing girls who want an education. I'm against rape. I'm Tassadar. Good guy. So he's channeling Dark Templar energy. He makes colorful explosion. His eyes glow with awesomeness. And it's not enough just to crash into the thing. He has to, like, somehow channel Dark Templar energy and he's infusing the ship with the energy of the Dark Templar, and then rams that right into the Overmind, which kills it. Presumably. Looks like it's dying to me. It's too bad, I like the Overmind. Awaken my child. Exit the career. But it had to go, because it was intent upon destroying all life, I guess. Maybe that's what it was doing, I'm not sure. Epilogue. As the chaotic, swirling energy subsided, a heavy silence settled over the battlefields of Ire. Due to Tassadar's noble sacrifice, the Overmind was now dead, and the Zerg swarms were scattered and broken. But as the heroes surveyed their once glorious homeland, they realized that their victory had cost them all but their lives. Ire was left nothing more than a smoldering ruin. Those few Protoss who survived the final battle could only wonder what the future would hold for their race. Or at least the Terrans knew that they'd be ruled by things. And far away on the distant planet Char, Kerrigan, the self-styled Queen of Blades, knew that the time of her ascension was at hand. A sequel? So that's why they just dropped her halfway through the story. Game designed by Blizzard Entertainment. Executive producer Alan Adham. Is it just me, or was Starflight 2 Trade Routes of the Cloud Nebula had a comparable ending? I mean, you have a little cinematic at the end, and then you have a screen of text. Wow. I'd forgotten about this. Even the pre-mission briefing, so they just gave you a post-mission briefing for once. The pre-mission briefing is always the best part. A post-mission brief, like Alderis, like I think that's at the beginning of this mission, he kind of says, "We Judicator realize now we were assholes. You guys rule. Good luck." Something like that, you know. A final word from Phoenix or or even Zeratul, or Jungle Jim Raynor. I mean, his forces ultimately saved the day. The Terrans, he couldn't save his own people from the dictatorial rule of Arcturus Minx, but he was able to free Ire from the Overmind. No, we just get still pictures that we've already seen in the game. This is the You Just Lost as the Terrans. This is the You Have Won as the Zerg screen. A Hydralisk standing on a bunch of skulls because, you know, the Zerg hoard skulls. Or the acid that they spit at you burns through everything except your skull. Including the bones that are not skulls, because they're not there interfering with the awesomeness of his skull pile there. This Hydralisk has traveled to the land of bones and skulls. Here is the Protoss Hydra. The Protoss mission briefing, a background screen. Big Tuna and Tracy W. Bush provided music. Big Tuna, folks. Don't really understand where that name comes from, but they do music in Starcraft 2. In Starcraft 2, they play like actual real Southern rock hits that you will recognize, but they're covers by Big Tuna. So apparently Blizzard ponied up for the rights to use those songs, but not for the more. It would be more expensive to get the rights for the actual Paul Eiding and other people. I guess Paul Eiding is the one who gets to say stuff like, "You, the Countess, bathe in the blood of 100 virgins, and therefore must be killed by you at some point after you've killed the butcher, but before you kill, like, Lazarus and stuff." Eva Dorka is a being capable of existing multiple. Does Reverend Dan Moore had a Reverend work in this game? Interesting. Jeffrey Vaughn, Stevie Ray's smarter brother. Because Stevie Ray Vaughn is dumb, I guess. I don't know. Brian Sousa, who was John Phillips' nephew. Almost Brickendecker. Oh, she was probably engaged but not married yet at this point. Or maybe not. I saw Brickendecker in the credits. Maybe it's some kind of joke. Maybe they're getting married, or maybe it's a joke about how he's always trying to get dates with this chick who worked on this game or something. He has yet to win her, folks. You know that you have to earn females by completing quests. As somebody, as I said during Fallout, after completing a quest and getting a woman follow me around or talk to me briefly. And remember, that's totally serious. I believe that women are property, should be traded. I'm 100% serious with that. Just because I said it in a joking tone doesn't mean that you can't see the real truth if you keep your eyes open. Yeah, no, actually, I'm kidding. I can't even say that. Somebody's going to think that I'm serious. Yeah, whatever. Twain Martin and John Schwartz. May the Twain Martin be with you. With a Schwartz. Mick Yanko. Online support. These guys are all in India. Yeah. Do these credits, does this make it a better or worse ending than Starflight 2 Trade Routes at the Cloud Nebula? I'm sure everyone watching this has watched that LP through in its entirety. What I'm getting at is at the end of that game you have some text, and then you just have it cuts straight to a game over scene. It's a very anticlimactic. It's a very anticlimactic ending. But this is like you just got some text and then credits with music. So it's like, do these credits make it feel more like you really you're being rewarded, or less? Because at least on the Starflight 2, the crappy ending is over quickly. Starflight games not known for their endings, folks. Hey, there's Susan Woolley. She looks like a Protoss. Yeah, Starcraft game. I mean, this game had a crappy ending. Honestly, the Terran ending cinematic is awesome, but it doesn't have the pressure of actually being the ending of a game, because you couldn't have that big of a downer of an ending. I mean, they play it out. They make it fun. They make it like this wartime propaganda film proclaiming Minx is awesome when you know he's not, and it's pretty cool. But you wouldn't want that to be the end of the entire game. It would just be too much of a downer. But instead, it's like you destroy the Overmind, which should be this big deal, but it just doesn't feel like it. You just have a little text screen pops up. Strong Vanderhoof. The Icier, whoever they are. Nina. They spelled Nina wrong, but I'm glad that they thanked the white mage from Breath of Fire who becomes a black mage in Breath of Fire 2 and subsequent Breath of Fire games, as far as I know. Started playing around with Breath of Fire 3, but I found out it's one of those games where you don't want to just level up. You have to be careful how you do it, and I played around with it for a little while with the sound off while at the home over the holidays, and then found out, oh, you know, if you grind in this game and you don't have in this game, it's different, but it's like kind of like you don't have accessories they give you plus something or other at level up. It's like you can't win. Thanks to Martin Luther King Jr., Chicken King, Scott Adams, Monkeys. Yeah, there's thanking stuff. Mountain Dew. Gabrielle, they had to explain who that was. It's like, thank you to Mountain Dew for years later coming up with merchandising tie-ins for World of Warcraft. No Pixels harm really making this game. Zing. To the best of our knowledge, the zings keep on coming, folks. Ultimately, a really good game. This is the kind of game that people like myself have bought several times over the years because you lose your play disc, or the disc gets scratched, or oh, you know, I installed it and I lost the disc, and now I need the disc so I can authenticate and Battle.net, blah blah blah. It's the kind of game though that people will buy this game several times because it's worth it, because this is just a game that you play a lot. It's a fun game. Starcraft 2, I know at least one person. I haven't mentioned him in a while, so I might as well use it by name. Grimmeth, I remember hearing that he was not going to play Starcraft 2. This is apparently like a major life decision that had come at the end of a lot of thought and heart soul searching. I'm kidding, but you know, yeah, I did kind of get the impression from something he said on one of his threads, or when people were asking him questions, that he was like most of us loved StarCraft, but he thought StarCraft 2, they took too long before they came out with it, and that ship had sailed, and he would have bought a StarCraft sequel if it had come out within even 5 years of the original StarCraft, but it was too late. Rumor has it he may be working on doing something with StarCraft, or I guess at least if this is so, rewarding the rewarders. He made some comment that kind of made me think, oh, it looks like he's getting ready to do this as a rewarding the rewarders. Well, anyway, at least I got the initial campaign played before anything like that could happen. We have a RTK 10 situation all over again. No hard feelings or anything like that, because, you know, I don't want to go off on this thing about Grimmeth, actually, talking about RTK. There are no hard feelings, but why am I going to sit here and explain why? Why am I talking about Grimmeth at all? Why am I talking about anything other than the fact that we just finished the StarCraft story mode? Brood War. I will do Brood War. Trying to decide if I want to take a break from recording this, or if just so that I don't have this long lull and then it's hard to get back into, I just want to keep right on going. Certainly, Brood War the first missions of Brood War are going to be easier than the last few missions of StarCraft. I think the overall difficulty of Brood War is higher. They expect that if you're playing the Brood War campaign, you've already played through the StarCraft one. Plenty of people bought StarCraft and Brood War and never played either campaign. But I don't imagine a lot of people played the Brood War campaign and didn't play the original campaign. So the overall difficulty of Brood War is a bit higher. There's really... Let's go back and look. I kept screwing up the big push just because I was having fun using Duke, and I got Duke killed a couple of times. But the Hammer Falls went smoother than I was expecting it to. I remember that being the first mission that gave me real trouble when I played through the game for the very first time. And Hammer Falls was fine. Didn't have any real problems. Got nuked a couple times, but I managed to recover every time. With the Zerg, really didn't run into any problems at all. You can go back and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember having had any difficulty, really, until we got to the Invasion of Ire mission, where you're really just supposed to go in and accomplish very specific objectives, and I tried to take on the entire Protoss force and got in over my head, but still managed to pull it out okay. And Full Circle was like a cakewalk compared to the Invasion of Ire. And then the Protoss one, which I always found to be the most difficult, had real trouble with the trial with, well, Homeland was a little bit tough, but basically the Trial of Tassadar was it. I had a couple scares and Shadow Hunters. Eye of the Storm, I didn't really have any particular moments where I thought that I was in trouble, but I think I did a pretty good. I think that was because I was on my game, learned my lessons, going back and revisiting mission 8 and 9, learned my lessons about, make sure that you've got detectors out beyond where your cannons are. Had to learn that the hard way in 9 because they kept using defilers. Make sure that you've got at least a small group of guys who can reach beyond the range of your stationary defenses. They come at you with Hydras and Zergling, fine, but if they bring Guardians, found this out the hard way in 9, make sure you've got at least something that can go pressure the Guardians. So 10, I think, part of it's just lessons learned from the previous missions, but the only place I really had trouble was 8, and I won 8 on the first try, so all in all, I think I did fine. I was a little nervous about playing a game that so many other people played, and having everyone critique my play style, but you know what? Screw it. I'm here to show you guys the story, hopefully deliver a few amusing lines, and I think I managed to succeed in that. Brood War will be next. I'm not going to show you the intro or anything. We will save that for when we actually play Brood War. But it won't be too much longer, probably, because I'm still feeling pretty good. Now, by the time I get to the later Terran missions of Brood War, and certainly by the time I get halfway through the Zerg campaign of Brood War, I might regret the fact that I'm committing now to doing Brood War, but I'm sure I'll do Brood War in its entirety eventually. At any rate, folks, it's time to warp into that black hole of nothingness that is ending in LP. Talking around in circles now, I usually give my overall impressions on a game before I quit. Like, tell you guys, well, what did it mean to me as a kid playing Lufia? And, oh, Lufia, I really think this is underrated, and I love the character so much. Or, oh, Wet is such a fun game, I can't believe... No, this is Starcraft. You guys know Starcraft. You don't need me to tell you that Starcraft was like the game everybody loved. And people spent untold hours at LAN parties where a bunch of nerds got together and spent the entire time playing Starcraft. It's fun. It's fun. I will, I get together with Bobo the Vulture and our friend Lagman, and we'll play StarCraft 2, and sometimes, like, if StarCraft 2 starts acting up, I'll be like, well, you guys want to just play StarCraft? It's a fun game. And, I guess I can just stop talking now. So, this has been Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for having watched and enjoyed, and, remember that I do not own this game or any of the creative rights to any of the characters or blah, blah, blah. But if you want to support Blizzard, there are plenty of opportunities for you to give Blizzard your money. Don't worry. But the most direct way of capturing this experience, if you want to see this for yourself because you haven't, is just go to almost any store that sells any computer product. It's going to have the StarCraft battle chest sitting there. Usually it's $19.99. The biggest danger is that if you're running like a Windows 7 64-bit, it might be a little tricky to install. I mean, that's honestly, your computer will play this game, and if it can't, it's because it's too new to play this game. But really, I'm running this on Windows 7. I just had to get some tools off the interwebs to make it work. So if you love this game, or you like watching this playthrough, go check out the game. It's really not that expensive. And if you like this, but you can't bring yourself to buy an old game, because this is not going to be available on good old games anytime soon. But if you like this and you can't bring yourself to play an old game, StarCraft 2's out there. And you can always wait for me to finish Brood War so that you've got the gap in the story filled and you're ready to start playing StarCraft 2. And when you go into the stores, you'll see, although you can't tell because the style, our visual style is a little bit different, yes, the guy on the cover of StarCraft 2 box art is supposed to be Jungle Jim Raynor. So Jungle Jimmy, if you love Jungle Jimmy as much as I do, hey man, I got my own game on the PCs of today. Check him out, folks. And check out my LP of Brood War coming soon. This is Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. Sorry for a half an hour worth of chat at the end. I always do that. You'll have to forgive me, and you'll have to tune in next time for more exciting stuff. Bye-bye.